Anusha. I performed analysis of India's trade data with data spanning from 1997 to 2024. We'll start with the introduction. In today's interconnected world, international trade plays a pivotal role in shaping both economic growth and national security. Gaining clarity on trade flows, dependencies, and imbalances is essential for countries to remain resilient in an evolving global landscape. So the objective for my analysis was to create a dashboard that leverages advanced data analytics to uncover overall trade patterns, identify critical commodities and strategic alliances, analyze key factors driving the trade deficit. The insights equip policymakers and stakeholders with actionable intelligence. I primarily use the data of import and export from Ministry of Commerce website, and I've used other open source datasets to capture key influence metrics like inflation, innovation index, population FT and so on. I have pre-processed the data and then validated, and then I started creating my dashboard. So we'll start with the dashboard. This is my home page, that is the 360 Insights page of my dashboard. Here you see I have created, there is links for the page navigation. So I have created the reports for economic factors, critical commodity and key influences. First we'll start with the main dashboard. Here I have given the year filter. And with the whatever filter it is selected, it gives the exports, amount of exports, imports, and the top exporting country and the top importing country, and how much import we have done. So here we see this is the trade deficit. So the India's trade deficit is expanding sharply over 2 decades. This we can see here, the imports are more compared to exports. So this is contributing to the increased trade deficit. Though the exports are increasing, but still they are lagging behind the imports. Here you can see the same thing, like how much exports we have and how much imports we have for this year. And here I have given a small visual to, while there might be many reasons influencing the trade deficit, but here I tried to capture the major event happened in that year, and what is the impact it did on Indian trade. So here I have given 2021 and its impact. And here I have a visual where we see the GDP impact on trade deficit. So here we see the GDP is increasing over the years, but at the same time the trade gap is also very persistent. Here I have given 2 buttons. So now export button is selected. So we see India's key export market. So here you see the USA is at the top, then followed by United Arab Emirates and China. And in the same way we can see India's global export footprints also. Like you see a big purple where from USA we are exporting more, and it is the last 5 years values of the export and comparing with the last year and the year over year change. So when we'll go to the import button, we see, so here these 3 metrics are changed to imports, that is import last year and all, and this is the global footprints and the India's import performance. So we'll try selecting the filters for the year. So if I select for 2016, you get for 2016 what are the metrics and what is the event happened and what is the impact on the trade deficit. Next we go to the second economic factors page. So here if we see the effect of inflation on trade deficit, they are almost moving in the same direction as the inflation is increasing, so is the trade deficit, and they are moving almost together. Here we see the relation between the population and the trade deficit. As the population increases, the demand for the essential good increases, which would force more imports. So it will lead for the more trade deficits. Here if we see, India is the fourth largest equity market, hence it is attracting more FDI. So here you can see the relationship between the trade deficit and the FDI. And here I tried to uh, see the relation between the logistic performance index, because I thought for trade deficit it would be a key factor. So here when I see the logistic LPI score is also increasing, but so is the trade deficit. So it is important to give priority to the LPI score. Next we go to the strategic alliance page. So when I check, these are the key contributors of export from India. So this is what I have given, and here also I have the year and country filter. Here we see exploring India's trade networks, like India is doing most of its trade from the Suez Canal route, Indian Ocean route, air route, and the Silk Road economic belt. And here we see the imports matrix, and here we try to decompose the export matrix, like from export value we are getting more exporting to USA, and what are the key commodities, it is given here. And this is the strategic partnership, I mean which countries and how we are partnering. So we'll try to analyze this figure in a bigger thing, in a quadrant way. So this is the high export, high amount import quadrant. This is the high export, low imports quadrant, where we have United Arab Emirates and USA. We are exporting high, imports are low, which is good. And this is the high import, low export category, where we have China. But these are the countries which we can look into to get into the other quadrants, maybe these two quadrants, to decrease the trade deficit and increase the trade performance. Next we have a critical commodities page, because here I tried to analyze like as to how the commodities or the critical commodities are attributing to trade. So first I tried to see the how much we are importing from China, because we are importing more from China. So these are the products we are importing from China, and especially the electrical and electronic goods we are importing more from China. And here these are the leading power players, and these are the top 5 fuel suppliers. I tried to, well, there are many commodities. The key commodities I tried to see the relationship between. And here these are the lagging trade sectors, and this is the iron and steel, and you can see the how much exports and how much imports are happening. And the pharma industry, the Indian pharma industry is growing very rapidly, so that is the reason I gave the relationship and the visual for analyzing the pharma industry. And the e-commerce industry also, it is very booming year after year. And here I gave the filter, year filter and commodity filter, to see exactly in that year with that commodity what is the export and import. So, so if I select 2017, this is the export and import of electrical machinery commodities. So, so from here, this is the link to my home page, as you see. So here I tried to analyze a few more key metrics, like this is the listed firms every year. So every year we are the listed firms in Indian market is growing. This is something called innovation index. So the global innovation index gives the performance, like how country is performing innovatively. So that is also growing in India, though, and though the trade deficit is increasing. This is the military expenditure of trade deficit. Well, these are all not the direct influences of trade deficit, but they also play a key role. So we'll come to insights. So these are the insights, like for rising from 2000 to 2023. 6 billion to 330 billion trade deficit has increased, and we have a lot of energy dependency, that is crude oil imports are a critical driver of the deficit, and we have China dependence, like electrical or electronic components from China are dominating, and pharma, engineering goods and petroleum exports show resilience and competitiveness, and e-commerce growth from 30 billion to 123 billion reflects a digital adoption and retail transformation. So the recommendations would be to diversify energy sources instead of and reduce crude oil import dependency, strengthen domestic manufacturing, investing in electronics and semiconductor production to reduce reliance, boost export competitiveness, improve logistic infrastructure because our LPS score is increasing, but still we need to look into it, leverage FDI and innovation, and promote trade resilience. So the conclusion is India's economy has grown impressively, yet its trade deficit continues to widen, driven by energy and import dependencies. Strengths in pharma, engineering and digital markets highlight resilience and opportunities. To sustain growth and ensure resilience, India must diversify energy, boost domestic manufacture and strengthen logistics while leveraging FDI and innovation to secure its global trade position. And what I learned from this project is I learned how to clean, model, and analyze complex data sets. This project, being my independent project, gave me end-to-end ownership of the work. This project strengthened my storytelling skills and it boosted my confidence as an analyst to take more challenging problems. Thank you.